So your mom told my mom if you have hand sanitizer in your house, we can play Star Wars. I want taquitos. I think it's really nice that people have this outlet to feel pretty and beautiful and sexy, but I think it's a problem for me because when I don't do this, I don't feel pretty and I don't feel sexy. It's making me a little mad right now that when I look at myself in the mirror right now, like, I feel so beautiful. My issue with the Korean beauty standard is that I was never skinny enough, and that led me down a dark and dangerous path. The beauty standards are just very difficult to live up to. What up, bros? It's your boy, Young Metronome, coming at you with the V Live. V Live is Korean. I am Korean. Okay, I just want to preface this video by starting off and saying I am so sorry for my atrocious foundation. Listen, I don't have any foundation that matches my skin because I have not used foundation since before Corona. So yeah, my face does not match my body, but in my defense, I'm also very tan, an uneven tan. So what am I supposed to do about that? Anyway, today, as you saw from the title, I am transforming myself into two different aesthetics. Why, you might ask? Well, because I was thinking about this, right? Well, to be frank, I manifested the idea. To be frank, I have felt like for a long time, I have not matched any aesthetic. Like when I was younger, it was very clear. I was like in grunge, emo, little bitch. Like that's just what I loved doing. But now that I'm older and, you know, I'm starting to mature and I'm not into punk music as much anymore, and I'm really liking K-pop now and like pop music, and Olivia Rodrigo's new album slaps, I'm not gonna lie. I have been having a lot of trouble finding my new aesthetic and trying to fit in again. So yeah, I thought it would be fun to just kind of experiment with two different aesthetics and just kind of see how I feel about both of them. In this case, I'm talking about two beauty standards. Now, as I contour, let's talk about these beauty standards. In this one, I'm obviously doing the ABG look, the Asian baby... The Asian baby girl look. I want to burn in a fire. I hate that phrasing so much. I simply despise that people are unironically giving an aesthetic name baby. So you're telling me you're an Asian baby girl. So what does that mean? Are you an infant? Are you crawling around on all fours with this makeup on? Hello? What the heck are you talking about? The frick? But, you know, it's fine. It's whatever. I'm just doing this for this video's purpose and just to see if I like the style of it. Low-key vibe with it. However, I hate the stigma that surrounds the Asian baby girls. I just feel like I don't want to be confined to the box of the Asian baby girl just because I feel like that's what Americans want Asian girls to look like. And I'm like, well, let me rebel against that because that's not what I want to look like. Well, I do because they're beautiful. Like all women are beautiful. I want to look like them, even though I am a woman. The point is, I just don't like being put in a box like that. Like, oh, you have the Asian baby girl aesthetic. Okay. And this is my issue with it. Asian baby girls fit a stereotype of just another white woman. Like Asian baby girls just fit this stereotype of like slimmer nose, contour, looking like these white women. Here, I'm not hating it against any girls who are into the Asian ABG aesthetic. Like that's your look, you rock it, you look hot in it, you look sexy in it, go get it, girl. Like if you look good doing it, like if you're like you feel confident in it, do it. Like do not listen to this little hillbilly from the middle of nowhere. If you feel most confident doing the makeup look I'm trying right now, own it. Like there's nothing wrong with that. But for me personally, I just have a problem with it because I have a lot of issues with trying to fit into white standards from my past that we don't need to talk about because I'm sure like you could watch so many other people who can tell you their stories about it. You know what I'm saying? And I know it's like, oh, this is your channel. Okay. I just don't want to share that right now. Anyway, to look the part, I'm doing my makeup right now. It's like 9 p.m. because, you know, I feel like ABGs, they like partying, they like drinking. And I'm wearing like a crop top. I'm not showing you my stomach though, the frick? You wanna see a stomach? Look up cow stomach. Delicious. Actually, I don't know if I'm sure I've eaten it. I've had cow intestine. It's delicious. You wanna see a stomach? Look up cow stomach. Do not look at my stomach. Anyway, I'm also wearing a chain. Chain. Yeah, I used to really love makeup, and then I just kind of stopped doing it because I have bad skin. I got into makeup because I had terrible skin, so I was trying to cover it up. This was the 4th grade. I started using makeup in the 4th grade because I had pimples and I was so insecure and stupid. This white boy always bullied me. Disgusting. Still remember his name to this day. Disgusting. Maybe that's why I have such an aversion to dating white men. Just because I'm haunted by that one boy. And that's so sad because there are so many I was about to say, oh, but there are so many good guys out there, okay? It's fine, he don't have to be white. And you know whose fault is it? The boy who bullied me. Because he created an aversion in my brain to the white male. You know, that actually makes so much sense now that I think about it. Because no, that doesn't make sense because I had a white boyfriend after I was bullied. So maybe now, you know, maybe my subconscious caught up to me and was like, whoa, danger, dangerous, you know. On this episode of Naked and Afraid, Annabelle is afraid. Why? She's just always in a state of constant peril. Hello fam, I think I finished the makeup and low-key, I'm feeling sexy. Understand the ABG appeal. Like wearing these lashes, they're so annoying. I hate them. But I look sexy. Like you can't tell me otherwise. They're uneven, they don't look the same. However, I look sexy. I feel sexy. I understand the appeal now. I understand why so many girls are so infatuated by like the ABG and the ABG style because I really feel hot right now. As the Kellogg tagger would say, I'm feeling great. They're great. I feel great. They're great. Honestly, yeah, highlight. I didn't even highlight yet and I'm getting ahead of myself. Looking at myself right now, I'm like, yeah, I'm hot. So I'm actually really digging this aesthetic. Like, I think it's really, here's my take on this, right? I think it's really nice that people have this outlet to feel pretty and beautiful and sexy, but I think it's a problem for me because when I don't do this, I don't feel pretty and I don't feel sexy. And I think that's why I get so angry with like the ABG aesthetic, is because I just don't look or feel that beautiful or that pretty. So it's making me a little mad right now that when I look at myself in the mirror right now, like I feel so beautiful. But then sometimes when I don't have any makeup on, like the times I feel the ugliest is when I don't have makeup on. And I'm just trying to come to terms with that in myself. So no hate to any of the girls that are ABGs, because y'all rocking it, y'all digging it. I'm feeling sexy AF right now. Like I'm feeling sexy. I feel good. I look good. I look like Hee.
Hey besties, so right now I'm low-key mentally devolving again, but that's okay because I'm having fun and I feel really sexy and really pretty. So
I'm sorry. I'm fine. I'm having so much fun with this makeup. I look so good. I should do this more often. Watch me say this tomorrow when I try the other aesthetic. Listen,
besties, I give the Asian baby girl rating a 10.
I feel sexy. I'm feeling
Sexy. Okay, let's go see the next makeup look. Spadoosh.
What up, my young metronomes? Welcome back to the channel. I didn't need to say that. Welcome back, my young Welcome back, my young metronomes. And today we are going to be doing the Korean makeup look. So I already have false contacts and fake contacts, whatever you want to call them. And let's just, as I do my maquillage, let's talk about my qualms with the Korean beauty standard. Now, here's my thing, right? I love K-pop.
Hey, medic, I like K-pop. K-pop, more like K-pop.
I love watching it. I love the performances. I love everything about it. Like, it's so fun. Like, these idols are so talented. And for what? And for what? Like, they bring so much to the table. They're so exciting, you know what I mean? Like, sheesh. However, I was pondering on this, thinking about this, you know what I mean? And K-pop culture is so toxic. So toxic. One, the fans, crazy. Absolute crazy mother truckers. The diets, the beauty standard, oh, God, Korean beauty standard is too much. Too much. And for what? And for what? Like, it's so infuriating because Koreans can't even fit the standard themselves. So why are they trying so hard to be something they cannot attain? Don't ask me. Ask SM Entertainment. The frick? Ask JYP. JYP. Ugh, it just makes me so... Blech. And here's the thing, right? I'm a Korean American. Shocker. I'm Asian, you know. I'm a Korean American, so I grew up kind of with these standards, like, around me. Just a little bit, you know. Not a lot of bit, but a little bit. Just a little bit, you know. And it affected me. It affected my upbringing. Anyway, to sum up, Korean beauty standards are just so toxic. They're so toxic. Like, here, I wrote it down because I need to say this correctly and coherently. My issue with the Korean beauty standard is that I was never skinny enough, and that led me down a dark and dangerous path. But I was skinny. I am slim, but in the eyes of Korea, I am not. And that is frustrating, as I could never be as skinny as my favorite K-pop stars, and all they talk about is like these like 105, 110 pound girls. And for what? But the thing is, like, it's so frustrating because when I was younger, I was strong. I am strong. Hello? Like, I was doing kicks when I was younger. I was doing taekwondo. I was fit. But I never felt pretty enough, and I never felt good enough. But literally, why? Because I was so fit and strong. Ugh, that's just so annoying. That really annoys me about Korean culture. Ugh. I know I'm drained. Now I am drained talking about it. Like, ugh. Living in this world is too much sometimes. Here I am having a crisis. I'm legitimately having a crisis right now. I did put gold jewelry on though, because I don't know, I feel like Korean girls usually go for like softer looks and softer vibes, and I thought, you know, gold kind of matches that. I'm a silver kind of girl, but yeah, I'm noticing this part of the video is a lot more serious, but maybe because it pinches a little more, hits a little more closely to home for me, just because I feel like it's always been harder for me to conform to Korean standards, and I always felt so insecure at like church and stuff because I just never felt pretty enough. Like, I tried so hard to be like this perfect girl, and it was tough. Really tough on my psyche. Everything is awesome. Everything is cool when you're part of the team. Everything was awesome when you're living in a dream. Okay, let me curl my lashes. This is Japanese Shiseido. Don't tell my mom, she'll be mad that I'm using a Japanese product. I think it's so funny how, like, you know how like countries kind of hate each other sometimes? Like, Japanese and Korean people are always at war. Like, Japanese and Chinese people are always at war. And like, Filipinos and Japanese people are always at war. Well, I don't know if that's true, but I know that like low-key all the colonized countries of Japan are kind of at war with Japan. It'd be like that sometimes, you know. This is the final look. I do feel really pretty like this. I don't think I feel as pretty as I did when I did the ABG look. Like the ABG look, I was feeling myself. I felt sexy. I think it was the fake lashes, but right now, I think because this is kind of similar to a look I do normally, I'm just like, yeah, I look good, I look cute. I look better than I normally do, but I don't know. Here are my final thoughts on this, and then we'll do a little B-roll and the video will end. I think both beauty standards are just very difficult to live up to for me personally on a daily, just because I get lazy and I just get so caught up in myself too. Like I just get really involved in projects and I love working out, so it's not practical for me to wear makeup all the time. And yeah, I don't know, I think it's fun to do these looks and to try them and to feel pretty in them and just to enjoy myself, but also I think it's important for me and for you guys to remember that like these aren't realistic. Like they are realistic in that you can do this makeup every day and that you can look like this sometimes, but realistically you're not gonna look like this all the time. I think it's more important for people to feel comfortable in their own skin first and feel more comfortable being themselves and more comfortable being in their own skin than trying to fit a beauty standard first. And that's what I've learned, and yeah, period. My final thought is do what you love. Just do what you love. Have fun with what you're doing. Don't listen to other people. And if you love something, just do it. Okay, B-roll of me feeling sexy in this makeup. Bye guys.